People often say marriage is about love, but love alone has never built a house. Respect does, understanding does, and sometimes boundaries do. Tolu used to believe that marriage meant peace at all costs. She believed in patience, in compromise, in quiet strength. She believed that when two people came together, they would walk side by side. She didn't know that somewhere along the way, she had started walking behind. It began with small things. Mohammed liked to make decisions. He called it leadership. She called it confidence. At first, she admired it. He chose the car, he chose the house, he chose the investment plans. She trusted him. When he convinced her to merge their savings into one account under his management, she agreed. After all, they were building a life together. What was hers was his, but what was his remained his. One evening, as golden light streamed into the dining room, Tolu sat at the table reviewing architectural blueprints for a property she had always dreamed of developing. She had worked for years as a project manager. She earned well. She saved carefully. That month, when her salary alert came in, she paused. She did not transfer it. Not to the joint account, not to the one Mohammed controlled. For the first time in their marriage, she let the money sit in her personal account. Her heart beat fast, not from fear, from clarity. The phone call came the next morning. Tolu, did your salary come in? Yes. I didn't see it. I know. Silence stretched between them. Why? She didn't raise her voice. Because I realized something. We don't have a partnership, we have permission, and I'm tired of asking for it. Mohammed laughed at first, a short, dismissive sound. But when he checked the account and saw that the transfer truly hadn't happened, the laughter faded. That evening, the air inside their home felt different. He stood near the window, jaw tight. "You're embarrassing me," he said. "What will people think if my wife starts behaving like this?" Tolu looked at him steadily. "I am not behaving, I am participating." His frustration rose. "You are challenging me." "No," she replied softly. "I am standing beside you." And that was the real problem. Mohammed had grown up watching his father control everything. Money, decisions, movement. His mother never argued, she endured. To him, that was order. But Tolu was not built to endure silently. She was built to build. Weeks passed in tension. They stopped eating dinner together. Conversations became transactional. Good morning became optional. One night, anger flared. Mohammed's voice grew louder than it ever had before. His hand lifted in frustration, not to strike, but to dominate the space between them. Tolu did not flinch. She did not step back. She did not shout. She simply held his gaze. "If you raise that hand," she said quietly, "you will raise it once because I will not be here to see it again." The weight of her calm broke something inside him. His hand dropped. Silence filled the room. But pride is stubborn. So instead of reflection, he chose distance. He moved into the guest room. He began making small financial decisions without informing her. When his cryptocurrency investment crashed, wiping out a significant amount of their shared savings, he told no one, not even her. But secrets have a way of surfacing. The truth revealed itself in unpaid bills and tense bank notifications. And for the first time, Mohammed felt what he had unknowingly made Tolu feel for years. Excluded, powerless, ashamed. Still, neither of them apologized until the day his parents arrived unannounced. Tolu had an industry networking event that evening, one that could open doors for her development projects. She had prepared for weeks. Mohammed expected her to cancel. "For my parents," he said, "it's disrespectful not to." She greeted them warmly, served tea, smiled graciously. Then she went to her room, changed into her elegant navy dress, and picked up her keys. "I will be back later tonight," she said politely. "Please make sure everyone is comfortable." His mother's eyebrows lifted. Mohammed stared. "You're choosing a party over family?" he asked. "I'm choosing my future," Tolu replied. Calmly, family should support that. And she left. Not in anger, in dignity. That night, Mohammed's father watched everything quietly. 3 months later, the house felt colder than ever. 2 people living inside it, but no longer living together. It was Mohammed's father who finally intervened. He called them both to sit in the living room one Sunday afternoon. "Marriage is not a battlefield," he said, "but it is also not a throne. You," he looked at Mohammed, "were not given a wife so that you could become a king. You are given a partner." He turned to Tolu, "And you were not given a husband so that you could shrink yourself." The room fell silent. "Marriage," the older man continued, "is built on control. It is built on balance. If one pillar carries all the weight, the house will crack." Mohammed's pride softened because for the first time he saw it. Tolu had never been fighting him. She had been fighting for them. Later that evening, he knocked gently on the guest room door. She opened it, guarded but steady. "I was afraid," he admitted. "Of what?" "Of that if you stood equal to me, I would become less." She studied him. "And now?" "Now I realize that if you shrink, I lose more." It was not a dramatic apology. There were no tears, but it was honest. They did not magically fix everything overnight. Instead, they did something far more powerful. They restructured. 3 accounts were created: a joint household account, a joint investment account, and 2 personal accounts. Transparency replaced secrecy. Discussion replaced assumption. Choice replaced permission. Months later, as morning light filled their home again, they stood side by side reviewing plans for the property Tolu had dreamed about for years. Mohammed didn't lead, he didn't follow, he collaborated. And when the first brick was laid on their new development project, he stood next to her, not ahead, not behind, beside. Because a home is not built on silence. It is not built on domination. It is not built on fear of tradition or pressure of culture. It is built on 2 people choosing every day to stand in balance, to love without losing themselves, to lead without controlling, to support without shrinking. That is what makes a marriage strong. Not submission, not ego, but partnership. And that is how Tolu and Mohammed finally understood something simple and powerful. A home is not built on one. It is built on 2.